in that most critical phase of their child's development to help them buy a car seat, a crib.
Kamala here kicking her plan. Listen up.
I will also make sure good-paying jobs are available to all Americans, not just those with college degrees. For far too long, our nation has encouraged only one path to success, a 4-year college degree. Our nation needs to recognize the value of other paths, additional paths, such as apprenticeships and technical programs. So as president, I will get rid of the unnecessary degree requirements for federal jobs to increase jobs for folks without a 4-year degree, understanding that requiring a certain degree does not necessarily talk about one's skills. And I will challenge the private sector to do the same. All of this to say, look, I come from the middle class. I understand where I come from, and I'm never going to forget that. And I will always put middle-class working people first. It will always be my priority. Always be my priority. I know where I come from. I know where I come from. But now Donald Trump has a different plan. Just look up the Google. Just Google Project 2025. It is a detailed, dangerous blueprint for what he will do if he were elected president again.
This is SP, I ain't one for the fly talk. I be in the hood like the cracks in the sidewalks. Summertime again, white t-shirt time. So my money stays long like the P-dope line. See the little niggas at school, holding the tools. 354 shoot first, told you the rules. Shit real, cause the cops even know I'm the Don. Keep it on and my baby mom, Louis Vuitton. If a man locked up, I come through with the bonds. I'm a hot-headed nigga, but I'm cool like the Fonz.
So I've been hearing through the grapevine that, like, the phrase acting white isn't a thing anymore. I guess, like, you know, I guess, because as I get older, you know, and, you know what I'm saying, like, things we used to do or say or whatever might start falling by the wayside, and then, like, younger people or even, you know, people, like, in their 30s or whatever, 40, like, phrases may mean different things. For example, like the term Oreo. Like the term Oreo, when I was growing up, if you called somebody Oreo, it was disrespectful. I mean, you know, you're saying that you don't like that they're mixed. Like an Oreo was somebody that was black and white. You know what I'm saying? If you were mixed with black and white, that was a negative term people would call you. Oreo. Or zebra. That was another one. Yep, zebra for, you know, if you were black and white. People would say, oh, you zebra. They didn't say it to me because I'm not black and white. I'm black and Mexican. But I'm just saying that because I've been hearing now, I read an article, I don't even remember what it was from, but they were talking about that phrase Oreo. And now it seems like, and maybe it was just this person's idea of what it means, but they were saying that it was just being disrespectful. Like they were saying that it was a black person that was trying to act white, or you know, a white person trying to act black. That's what they're phrasing Oreo nowadays, but that's some new stuff to me. But back when I was growing up, if you call somebody Oreo, you were saying that, you know, that you don't like the fact that they're black and white, that they're mixed, or you would call somebody a zebra. You know what I'm saying? But getting back to what I was saying, though, that acting white, because some people don't understand it. I was communicating with someone on a thread the other day, and I don't even remember how the convo got started, but someone else was saying something about someone acting white, and I was like, yeah, that's acting whiter. And then someone was asked us, like, what does acting white mean? Well, for whoever still, like, doesn't get that phrase or whatever, acting white, here's a good example. Acting white would be a Mexican person telling another Mexican person to go back to Mexico. Or a black person telling another black person to go back to Africa. Because the majority of the racist people in this country are white people. My point is that's something you would expect. Well, you don't expect anyone to say that or be racist because you don't want hate. But let's just face it. Most of the racist people in this world are white. And they're letting us know all about it. I didn't play a video, so don't say that, no, that's not true. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that's something like telling a Mexican to go back to Mexico. That's something that you would expect a racist white person to say. Or like if you had to bet money on it and someone said, who do you think, what race of individual if you had to put money on it, would you say would be the individual that would tell somebody from Mexico to go back to Mexico? Or tell somebody black to go back to Africa? Most people would say that they would probably guess that a white person made that comment. That's what I'm saying, acting white. It's not, acting white doesn't mean how you talk or how you sound. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm talking about. It's how you act, what's in your heart. Because, America, like, there's this culture, like we all have cultures in our race, but, like, and then you have this American culture, baseball, fishing, beer, rock and roll, all that kind of stuff, Summerfest, tailgating, all that kind of stuff, Harley Davidson. I'm speaking here in Wisconsin just for now, but you know what I mean? Like, there's this culture, this Americanized culture and stuff, and it's usually played out or enjoyed by white people. And then other people, like, kind of, remember when I was telling y'all, like, I knew this Mexican girl. I used to work with her. She was full-blown Mexican, but she had a lot of white friends. She went to college, college here, all that. And there's nothing wrong with her having white friends. Not one bit. But I'm saying, like, you get so immersed in that, she started sounding like one of the white girls that she hung out with. College, Valley girl kind of talk. I don't even know if people say Valley girl anymore. But it was on, like, to where you could close your eyes and she could start talking and you would think it was a white woman talking. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. But, like, there's nothing wrong with enjoying things here in America and going to baseball games and fishing and drinking beer. And I'm saying, but, like, you should know who you are as a person. Like, if you're somebody black or brown and you have no black friends, no Latin friends, no, you don't like nothing, and all your friends and acquaintances and everything you do is like white, that's acting white. It's Friday, so I thought we could all use a laugh. Check this out. Or, it might be Saturday whenever you're listening to this, but check this out.
When Trump wasn't going to shake Kamala's hand. Yo, you guys remember the first 10 seconds of the debate when Trump wasn't going to shake Kamala's hand, and then she went over there and manhandled his little tiny hand ass and said, "I'm Kamala Harris." And he said, "Yeah, whatever." Just mumbled some shit because he's a little bitch. He's weak.
That's funny as hell, because I told Michelle that too when we were watching. I think I was talking to her about that earlier. I think it might have been last night while we were up chilling. I was like, remember when, like, he went up, shook her hand and everything, and then he, like, mumbled something to her, like, like some disrespectful shit, like, oh, shit, let's see what they out here doing. They out on the river, enjoying the weather. We got 80s here in Milwaukee for the next few days. Let's hear what they're doing out here, y'all, for a second. The boat went by. Sorry, I couldn't capture the sound. But anyway, what's up, baby? Is Chewy in there messing with you? He's crazy.
Why was this over here that all of a sudden
You want to have a cigarette, baby?
Yeah,
I'll go grab one. Okay, we're going to take the dog out, y'all. Back to the episode. Hi, Marley. Hi, baby.
Happy Friday, everybody. Enjoy your weekend and enjoy today's episode. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you.
Peace. And enjoy the episode, the clips, the music. You know it's a good-ass show, too? King of Queens. We're watching that. We're just binging that shit. Sorry, I'm cussing while we're chilling. Yep, King of Queens, that's a good show. The Father, dude, was funny as hell. He made the show. Hey, baby, what's The Father? This is Arthur? Yes. Yeah, he makes the show. All right. Peace, y'all. Enjoy the episode. And thanks for listening. Truly, truly appreciate it. So I got a whole bunch of video clips that I got lined up for the weekend, but I'm just going to do one for now. So what's going on here is, so these black Republicans that are voting for Trump, I guess they organized like a bus tour or something, and they only ended up having a very, very small amount of people that came. They're saying only maybe like 3 or 4 people actually showed up to the thing. This is out here, supposed to be out there in Baltimore. And they were saying that some of the black people that they were interviewing, you know, by their local TV stations or whatever, were not happy about it. Let's see what they're saying, y'all.
People shopping at the plaza weren't shy about voicing their displeasure with the visit.
Why would you send some of your Trump people here in our area of Morgan State? I've been living here since the 1970s. I'm 65 years old. It don't make sense for you to send someone out and thinking somebody's going to follow you that way.
I'm extremely shocked and angry and appalled, and it's disrespectful to have this big old Trump, whatever this is, in this parking lot right now. It's a slap in the face after he clearly said that he's not for the black community or anybody else. Right now, it's a slap in the face after he clearly said that he's not for the black community or anybody else.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Despite what you might hear, you know what I'm saying? Because in reality, in true reality, the majority of black people are voting for Kamala Harris. That's what I was saying. In reality, in true reality, the little 10, 15, 17% or whatever it is that black people are going to vote for Trump, they don't matter. They don't matter. Whenever you're the minority, it don't matter. Because us as black and brown people, we're the minority, and we don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying to America, like, for the most part, like white America, like black and brown people don't matter. General, you know what I'm saying? Overall. Not everyone. But, yeah. That's wild, ain't it? Let's see what else they said, though. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that article, though. So, that was a waste of time and money. They had 3 people show up. I think that's funny as hell.
I'm feeling it. Super gangster.
It's Friday, y'all. Thanks for listening. Enjoy today's episode and enjoy the weekend. Peace.
Love me in the hood like cheap coat prices. Never breathe luck, but a blow on them dices. Niggas needed cash, used to grab the blue steel and straight go on them heists. Daytime, night shift, motherfucking noon two, rebel in the renegade, motherfucking room two. Leave you paralyzed, they gon' feed you with a spoon too. Man rolling with you then, he gon' get room two, beginning and the end. Something real long and it's spinning in your chin, but now I'm spinning in the bins. Rhyming to myself, spitting venom in the wind. Life sweet, tasting like cinnamon again. The gremlin is acting like a gentleman again. You know, classy and clean. The whip looking glassy on the lean. Needle the ratchet to carry on the spleen. Smoke before sleep, so I'm high for the dream. Ride for the team like a hoopty. Playing in the game like I'm hooping. Fuck it, I'm a shoot. Used to sell crack like fuck it, I'm a coopin'. Play with the ratchets like nigga, you stupid. You niggas know I'm smart though. Always play my part though. Always had heart though. Always loved the art though. You know I keep the gutter from the rips. Age 12, the orange box cutter off the hip. DJ Cell, SB the Ghost. So serious with us, niggas. Fool, what up, my nigga? If you feel it, raise your hell in the sky. Gabby, what up, my nigga? Yeah, what up, my nigga? I'm feeling it. Too many blunts is out. You know, I rhyme.
So here's another thing I want to highlight. So remember, okay, so this little story is out of northeastern Wisconsin, the Green Bay area. So Republicans were up there, you know what I'm saying? Because Kamala had they had like an event going out there, like for the Democrats, out in northeast Wisconsin. It says northeast Wisconsinites react to presidential debate. So they're, you know, they had a watch party basically, like Democrats and stuff out in the Green Bay area. So, you know, the Democrats out there, you know, they were speaking well of Kamala. You know what I'm saying? They like her ideas, her new forward vision, you know, all that, and just feels like she'll be the president for everyone. You know, the good things. And then they asked the Republicans how they felt about it. And this is what they have to say. Remember how we were saying about how they just can't admit to stuff, or they always are just criticize, even if someone did really well, and like they'll just find something to criticize about just because they're not on her side.
Right.
So let's see what these Republicans are saying. You know, and it goes back to what we were talking about, like the two white ladies of the Georgia voters that they were asking, and they were saying, well, so who are you going to vote for? And the ladies were like, oh, well, I don't like some of the stuff Trump says. Some of the comments could be pretty mean and stuff like that. But I like his economy, and he'll be more of a leader, so I'll hold my nose and vote for him. And so you got more of these white Republicans saying that. So it says here, this is perfect. This is a white person saying from northeastern Wisconsin, Green Bay. He says, myself, like a lot of other Americans and Wisconsinites, don't always agree with how President Trump says it or what exactly he says, said Tony. But when we look at his policies, those are things that so many people agree on. When people actually look at the policies of both candidates, it's not even close that President Trump's policies are going to help turn the tide for the country in a positive direction. You see what I'm saying? How they just this person said it right there themselves, that they don't like the rhetoric, they don't like some of the stuff he says, but they're willing to vote for him. And that goes to, like I keep saying, like racism isn't a deal breaker. Racism should be a deal breaker for black and brown people. And then when there's a white candidate up there saying anything racist, period, that should just be it. There's no room for discussion. That's why I don't like when I hear black and brown people still saying, well, I'm still looking, I'm still checking into things, I'm still not sure, what do you look, if you're black and brown, what the fuck does that mean? You know he's a racist, what are you looking into still? It should be, I'm not voting for Trump because he's this or that, I'm not really sure about Kamala yet, so I'm still figuring things out. But how is Trump an option for black and brown people? What is that rhetoric that I hear from some people? I'm still looking into stuff. I'm still figuring things out. What? There should be no.
Like, how is he even on the table?
Right. Now, white people, it's more understandable because they're white. You know what I mean? At least you're like, oh, well, they're white, so okay, it kind of goes to the territory. Even though you don't like it, you're like, oh, okay, well, they're white. It makes more sense.
But if you're not down with racism,
well, and that's what we're saying. We're hoping, but that's the thing. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you have some white people that say, I don't like the rhetoric, and they go on and don't vote for them. But there's not enough of those people, is what I'm saying.
Right. Like, if you had two employee candidates, one had 34 felonies, or 34 convictions, whatever, and was found liable for sexual assault, and then you had another person who didn't have any of those things, which one would you hire?
Right, baby. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. People sleeping outside. Man. Yeah, that's what we were saying about that stuff. Like, people ain't even, like, hiding or ducking off or, like, trying to... They're just literally laying on the sidewalk.
Well, and then a lot of times it's like, oh, well, why isn't the city doing more? Some people want to be outside. Right. They don't want to go to a shelter.
Right. They'd rather just still be alone.
You know, they don't want to, you know...
That's one of them situations where misery doesn't love company.
Right. Like, when you get help, like, you know, city services or county services or state, whatever, you know, they want you to get mental health treatment. They try to help you find a job. And, like, if you're mentally ill, you don't think you're mentally ill. Right.
That's the other thing, too. With, like, the migrants and all this stuff. And, you know, people are up in arms. I ain't saying everyone, but, like, people are up in arms about people coming over here and getting health care and all. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, we all deserve to be healthy. I don't care where the fuck you're from. And I don't care if you don't speak a lick of English. Like, why wouldn't we want people to be healthy and not have disease and all that? Why wouldn't we? Whether we like that they're coming here or not, why wouldn't we want people to get checked out and to be healthy and make sure they don't have stuff?
Right.
Why?
The other point that somebody made on Abby Phillip
Phillip's
show last night was, why are you mad at the migrants for that, though?
Oh, yeah.
Be mad at the government.
Right. Because they're a good point, baby. Because they were talking about how, like, this he's a Latin dude, fake Latin dude, Republican, and it is what it is. He was up there talking about how they're bringing migrants over and they're paying them half of what they're paying people and stuff like that.
Be mad at the company.
Be mad at the fucking company. Don't be mad at the migrant. That's what I'll be saying. We'll be pushing our
opportunity.
Right. We'll be pushing our energy on the wrong people. That's what I'll be saying too about some black and brown people. They'll be complaining and shit about migrants coming over here and getting shit and stuff like that. You're like, why are you mad at them? Because like, people are always saying, oh, well, they're coming over here getting stuff we're supposed to be getting. Well, if it's still sitting there and you haven't gotten it, that means they ain't giving it to you.
Are they not supposed to accept what's being offered?
That's the other part, right? You ain't like, they ain't supposed to accept the help they're being offered. They're coming over here with nothing. And then people undervalue the language barrier.
Wouldn't you rather have people being employed than trying to find other ways to get money?
I would think so.
Things?
You would think so. You would think so. So in reality,
if you don't have any money and you need things and money, what do you do?
Crime.
Exactly.
Crime. That's like peanut butter and jelly.
Right.
That's like peanut butter and jelly. That's like salt and pepper. Yep. That's like ketchup on fries. All right, baby.
Mwah.
Love you.
I love you.
We'll see you later. Have a good one. Yep. Peace. Ugh. All right, time to go make the donuts, y'all.
It's not going to be too windy. The weekend.
We made it to Friday.
80 degrees Saturday.
Did this week go fast to you or slow? Did it? Okay. Yeah, it did go kind of fast. Yeah, see. All right, Chewy. On today. What's going on out here?
It's Friday the 13th.
It is Friday the 13th? Wow, okay. Well, yeah, it is. I guess I just realized. Victim's home. Let's see. When first questioned, Francisco lied and told police a random black man tried to rob him and shot her. Francisco Valdez admitted he raped, shot, and killed the woman after picking her up from work. While raping Shanti Dixon, Valdez says she insulted his body. What? This caused him to become enraged and shot Dixon in the head. What the hell is he talking about? Let's see what this video says. Yeah, this is...
Eventually admitted to shooting the victim while trying...
Disgusting. It's disturbing. No one deserves to be treated this way in our community. And I'm so sorry to...
An Indianapolis rideshare driver is arrested for murder after allegedly shooting and killing a female customer. Fox 59's Jesse Wells spoke to the woman's family and to IMPD's police chief about the case and has the very latest.
The victim's family tells me they tracked her phone down to these woods where they found her body and called police. Less than 24 hours later, IMPD had the suspect in custody and are now preaching a message of prevention. Just after 1 o'clock Monday afternoon, in these woods on Indy's near southeast side, a woman who had been reported missing hours earlier was found naked with a shirt pulled over her head. Police believe 30-year-old Shanti Dixon had been sexually assaulted and shot to death.
This is just disgusting all around, and it did not have to happen.
Police claim a 29-year-old Uber driver, Francisco Valdez, picked up the victim from work early Sunday morning and drove Dixon to her home at this apartment complex just a few feet from the woods where she was murdered. According to this affidavit, Valdez gave conflicting stories, but eventually admitted to shooting the victim while trying to have sex with her. After dumping Dixon's body, the suspect confessed he tried to have sex with her again.
This is a family's worst nightmare. We're disgusted by these allegations.
Finally, formal charges by the prosecutor's office in this case are still pending. In the meantime, IMPD asks anyone who may have had a suspicious encounter with the suspect using rideshare in recent weeks to contact their department. Jesse Wells, Fox 59 News.
Damn, yeah, that's out of Indianapolis. That's crazy, yep. So, basically, be careful, you know, getting into them. I've never taken an Uber. I never would. I don't have a need to, but, like, even if, like, something happened with our car or whatever, I wouldn't do no Uber. I would do a taxi before I would do an Uber, because at least with a taxi, like, you have there's more identifiable marks on a taxi, like right away, the cab number, like all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like with Uber, it's a little more tricky. And I know that, you know, all of that is connected to, like, the driver's name and all. There's information, obviously, that can be checked. But I'm saying, like, I would feel better personally getting in a cab. I feel it's still more reputable. You know what I mean? Because cab companies are working for a company. Right, like, so I feel like they're right, yeah, yeah, and some cab drivers, it's a stereotype, but some of the cab drivers might smell a little bit. You know, you get into I haven't been in a cab in years. I can't remember last time I've been in a cab, but like
they're sitting in a car all day.
They're sitting in a car all day, but that don't mean it has to smell.
That's very true.
Because sometimes I done got in a cab before, and the cabs stink. They just smell really bad. But I mean, I don't know, like a story like this. I don't know if I want to call this racial.
I don't think so.
I don't either, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of them situations where it's just a shitty human being with a sickness. Because I'm sure he's probably done that before, and I'm sure he's probably done that to a white woman, a Latin woman. So, and I hope we're not going to try to say that this guy's illegal. He's an Uber driver, so he's been vetted. Like, someone hired him for that job. So it's, you know, so I was the other part, like, dude's out of order. He needs to go to prison forever. I hope he never ever gets out.
Yeah,
he's bogus, like all that shit, obviously, right? But don't be surprised if people try to attach and like call him an illegal.
Right.
You know, like this is something Trump would attach to and say, look, he murdered this woman. He's illegal, and he probably isn't. He probably is a citizen. But they'll call him an illegal, you know, because they're saying, like, people are coming over, you know, Latins are coming over here killing people. So don't be surprised if they try to use this for that. You know what I mean? And like I said, dude's out of order. He's bogus. He needs to get life without possibility of parole. But if he's not illegal, let's not try to say, oh, this illegal alien or immigrant killed this black woman. You know what I mean? Let's
citizens kill people, too.
What's that, baby?
Legitimate citizens kill people too. So I mean, yes, if someone wasn't here illegally, that crime wouldn't have occurred, that specific crime. So, like, I understand that. But, like, legal citizens kill people too.
Every fucking day of the week. Yeah, I mean, we're a violent society. We are.
I mean, what are you going to say? Like, we're kicking you out of the country you were born in because you killed somebody?
Right. Right. Yeah, we pick and choose. People pick and choose who they want. Act like the crime is more. Crime is crime. Violence is violence. You know what I mean? But, yeah.
Right. The city's so quiet. This morning.
5:30.
No sirens yet.
Oh, I did hear.
Oh.
Some earlier.
Burst of my bubble.
Yeah. I'm glad it's Friday.
Same.
Got football coming up. We got to put our picks in. Our survivor pick. I picked Houston this week, and you took Atlanta. Yep. So we'll see how that goes. We're talking about Jordan Love might be ready for Monday night, but I don't think he's going to play. You know what I mean? So I would give him at least one more game off. It's too early in the season to be acting desperate.
Right.
Like, it's game 2. You don't need to act desperate and like, oh, he can play. Let him get him out there. Nah. Nope.
Good coffee this morning.
Good ass coffee. If you think about it, it's crazy that we even have to have like a leader of the free world. If you really think about that, it's crazy that we even have to have a president. To me, we have to have a president. I'm saying just throughout the beginning of time, because this country was built on violence.
Right.
Because if this country wasn't built on violence and people stealing and taking things and hurting other people and all that stuff, and because actually, I believe I did do a little research, and I believe that's how like paying bills got started, paying rent every month, and all that kind of stuff. It's stuff from way back, because people didn't trust each other.
Yeah.
So people started doing like back then they probably wrote them on rocks and shit like that or whatever. I'm saying, but that kind of got the ball rolling with this Because if you're trading and bartering things with people back then, there's no way of making sure you were going to get paid or you were going to get, you know what I mean? So but my thing is, before I lose my thought real quick, that's why I feel like we have to have a leader, or we have to have, like what's that thing called? Where we have all the NATO.
Right.
Because we all have to protect each other. And that comes from the beginning of time. The violent stuff. It's like you have to have a leader, someone in charge, to keep our country safe from other enemies or other people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that all goes back to way back in the day.
But if you look at...
This country is very violent. And we like it.
Yeah.
From the movies to the music. I mean, people aren't going out... People get killed and murdered every day. I'm saying, but like, you don't have hundreds and hundreds of people like getting slaughtered every day. You know what I say? So most times people maintain their... My point is, like, most people realize music, violent movies and all that, it's just entertainment. Like, I'm not going to listen to a Styles P song and then go out and shoot somebody. Like, sense, yeah. Right, like, come on.
But if you look at animal civilization, there's always a leader of the pack, right?
Yeah. Is that just a natural thing?
King of the jungle. Even...
Actually, the tiger is the king of the jungle.
Because
lions don't actually live in jungles. Tigers actually do. Tigers are bigger and badder than lions.
Right, but if you look at, like, wolf packs, there's usually a dominant person.
Why does there have to... That's the other question. Why does there only have to be one leader? Why can't it... Like, why has there got to be one... Why can't there be... I'm just throwing a number out there. Why can't there be 15 people that just... You know, like how the Supreme Court justice... Yeah. There's, what, is there 9 of them or whatever? I think there should be more people deciding on stuff.
Yeah, you have to have an odd number, so majority rules. But
like, why can't more people be... To be honest with you, I think when it comes to, like, really serious issues, the public needs to be... I feel like we should vote on more things. Like,
yes,
vote.
I think there should be more things on the ballot.
That we vote for. Yeah. Like, when serious... Like... You can think just anything random off the top of your head, like fuck,
like the abortion ban and stuff.
We should be voting on that as a country,
right? Like they're saying, you know, it's going back to the states. Vote for it. Well, you're voting for a person,
right?
And then you trust that they're going to do what you want them to do, right?
Bingo. Why?
But like something like the abortion. Like big kind of yes or no issues.
Even like with the marijuana thing.
Right.
Fuck a referendum asking me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to hear this little referendum.
Then.
Yeah, which is a survey. Fuck your little survey. Let us vote on that. And like you said, those huge things, abortion, the country should be voting on that. Like you said, not voting on a candidate because their stance on the abortion is like, or whatever. Like you said, we should be voting for that as a country on that issue. Just like we vote for president, we should be voting for that.
And majority rules. Just
like that electoral college shit needs to go away.
Just like the electoral college.
Because in reality, like we said, you win the state, you win the electoral college votes in each state by the amount of votes that individual won. Right. So you are using that total amount of votes anyways to win the electoral vote. Yeah. So why don't we just use the total amount of votes for the whole thing? Like, because you're already doing that to see who wins each state.
Right.
That's how you go by that. So why not just keep the shit simple? We would have never had Donald Trump. We would have never even had to experience that clown because Hillary would have won. Right. We would have never had to deal with that fucking orange-ass idiot.
I agree. What was that noise, Chewy?
Well, yeah, like you said. Like, what else is something we could be voting on? That's super serious.
Like, immigration is too big. But it's too big. There's too many variables.
Yeah,
because immigration, you're trying to reform our immigration laws. So in order to do that, you have to have more Border Patrol agents. You have to have more immigration courts at the borders. You know, like there's too many variables with that. It's not a yes or no.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
It's just not.
I feel you on that. Yeah.
It's not, because
you want it to be, but
you can't be like, should we allow people to come through the country or not? Because that's not a thing.
It's easy to get. I ain't gonna say petty, but it's easy to keep it real simple though, and just be like, fuck that. These are fake borders, anyways. These are made up borders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But like,
I mean,
it's just,
you could pose the question: should an illegal crossing be criminal? Yes or no?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. All right, back to the episode, y'all. Yeah, that makes sense, baby. That's why you're the brains.
Wellness campaign right now. Which states do you see are totally critical?
Will Blitz was hollering at Jasmine Crockett.
All the battlegrounds, that is. And so I've spent a lot of time in Michigan. I've spent a lot of time in Pennsylvania. Wisconsin has been trying to get me there. I was just in Nevada. I'm going to be going back here shortly. I've got to go back to Arizona again. I've been in all these states no less than 3 times. I'm headed to North Carolina. I will do 3 cities on the 21st alone. Georgia is critical. I'm going there 2 times in the next 2 weeks. So all of these states really do matter. Michigan, I went there right after DNC and did about 5 different cities in Michigan. So yes, we are going beyond just Detroit and going out and exploring other cities.
She's lucky she has you. There's no doubt about that. The Harris campaign is launching a new ad that deals with her plans for the economy, which is, of course, a critically important issue for so many voters out there. Let me play a little clip.
I'll lower the cost of insulin and prescription drugs for everyone, and I will work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gouging on food. More than 100 million Americans will get a tax cut. We will end America's housing shortage by building 3 million new homes and rentals.
The criticism she's getting is that she's been vice president for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Why hasn't she tried to do all that so far?
Yeah, so most people don't quite understand all the roles that we play. A vice president is a supporting cast member. It's kind of like when I used to be out on the trail, even for the Biden-Harris ticket. People would say, well, I voted because I was really voting for Kamala, but we haven't seen her. And I'm trying to let them know, listen, she is supposed to be a supporting cast member, and I think that she was, as well as being an amazing partner. But it is the president's administration. He is the leader. And now that they're being given an opportunity to see what it looks like to have a Kamala Harris commander-in-chief as she is out there on the campaign trail, I think people are becoming very confident in her ability to do things. But she gets to direct the ship, and then it'll be Tim Walz that will support her agenda.
Thanks for listening to this little music interlude. Like, put a little music in the middle of the episode. A little Styles P.
Kill Johnny, the octopus, 4 niggas, 2 long guns each, moving like the army. Black Cadillac, black suits, bomb money. But Johnny getting stuck cause he a dust head zombie. Johnny took assignment for some niggas that are signed in the book at his funeral. Time up, rip his nails off with his cuticles. Pull a picture of his girl out, say she beautiful. Break a couple fingers, ask him know what we would do to you. Do to her, eat her full of dope, we was shooting her. Put her on the whole stroll. You don't want a bomb planted under your mom Volvo. Slow poke, living the fast life. Never take the coke if you ain't getting the cash right. No, fucking with the veterans, the medicines, the gun to the body and head. They put Johnny to bed, and the only thing the hood knows is Johnny is dead. Whoa.
So, no matter how old or young you are or whatever, because, you know, we have the internet now, so you can always hit that Google up. But we all know, like, even if you're not, like, all into politics and stuff like that, we all know that Barack Obama was not the president when 9/11 happened. Right? We all know that, right? That's a fact, right? George Bush was president. So I got this video clip I'm going to play. And this guy is interviewing this Trump supporter. And listen to what he says. Just pay close attention.
I'd like to get to the bottom of that.
Oops.
Barack Obama had a big part of 9/11. Barack Obama had a big part of 9/11.
Which part?
Not being around, always on vacation, never in the office.
Why do you think Barack Obama wasn't in the Oval Office on 9/11?
That I don't know. Would like to get to the bottom of that.
That's what we're dealing with out here. I was a white guy, like, they're just so Trump, mesmerized, and they're just so, he doesn't even, and this guy, he looked like he was probably like at least in his 40s or something, so he was around, and to not know who the president was, come on, dude. He thought Barack Obama was president. Yep. Low IQ people. That's a LIP right there for you.
Sometimes you just gotta tell these niggas like it is, man.
Thanks for listening to Friday's episode. Enjoy the weekend, y'all.
Feel like a lion in the cage, the rage in me. Good versus the evil, be the war that be waged in me.
This at Havoc.
See the difference, wanna sit down and pray with me. Say a little amen, turn around, got the K with me. Thoughts in my mind be a million at a time as I define my own reality in time. Make a bag in my sleep, flaws never had to. My essence is the crown, gotta know your self-value. Bless some niggas that's around you. Why you tryna shine dolo? Niggas put that work in, we don't do pro bono. The circle small, it's like the ring of fire. When we go to war, we fighting fire with the fire. The firepower in the crib, knocking limbs off. And the New York nigga Tim's off. Not even a hot summer could do that, so you cool off. For niggas get the clapping in them rules. Who you? Cause I'm the boss of the boss. Yeah, G of the OGs. Nigga with the handout. Tell that nigga holy. Hustle for every penny. The fuck you thought? Coming around here like we the life. Who you? Cause I'm the boss of the boss. Yeah, G of the OGs. Nigga with the handout. Tell that nigga holy. Hustle for every penny. The fuck you thought? Coming around here like we the life support.
So, no matter how old or young you are or whatever, because, we have the internet now, so you can always hit that Google up. But we all know, like, even if you're not, like, all into politics and stuff like that, we all know that Barack Obama was not the president when 9/11 happened. Right? We all know that, right? That's a fact, right? George Bush was president. So I got this video clip I'm going to play. And this guy is interviewing this Trump supporter. And listen to what he says. Just pay close attention.
I'd like to get to the bottom of that.
Oops.
Barack Obama had a big part of 9/11. Barack Obama had a big part of 9/11.
Which part?
Not being around, always on vacation, never in the office.
Why do you think Barack Obama wasn't in the Oval Office on 9/11?
That I don't know. Would like to get to the bottom of that.
That's what we're dealing with out here. I was a white guy, like, they're just so Trump, mesmerized, and they're just so, he doesn't even, and this guy, he looked like he was probably like at least in his 40s or something, so he was around, and to not know who the president was, come on, dude. He thought Barack Obama was president. Yep. Low IQ people. That's a LIP right there for you.
Gotta be the one. Straight out of Harlem.
Yeah, like I'm losing weight. Feel like I'm losing weight. Stream Jones. Why I feel like I'm losing weight? Why? I ain't got no money, trying to move an eighth. I seen them 8 balls get caught without a badge. Blue and red lights in my rear view. I got a mash potato in front of the gun like I got it mashed. A lot of cake in my future, never forgot my past. Copping bags for side bitches. Wifey get vacations in the sand. Strong arm robbery, put that cake in my hand. No bandwagon. 30 on me, it got my pants sagging. Dave East, even your man blasted. I used to scam cabbage, taking trips. I'm trying to land in Paris. The best man without going to my man marriage. Dancing with the devil, know my steps. I'm not Q, I got the juice. I feel like Omar Epps.